Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to Manufactio Nuclear Edition. Last episode, we got a bunch of talking and a bunch of wandering done, and then we've ended up automating the minor tier 4 drones, whatever the heck those things are called. Let me see, miners. These guys right here, we got those asteroid minor tier 4s running, so they are now into the system. We have them going. I've got the drone ports going back up, and we're currently running a little bit of gold because we had a bunch of gold, and I think we have a little bit of science, so we're going to get rid of some of that. And I've kind of adjusted this section out just a little bit so that we're not trying to connect the entirety of the network all the way down here to try to make things work. But we're slowly coming up with a little bit of white science, which is good. And I don't know why this one's not filling up. I guess it doesn't really matter. They're all working. They've got the kind of things going. We're going to slowly work through this batch of stuff in here. I'm going to try to get a few of these things going. I do really probably should put some of these little unknown objects in there because they're quite fun. There's a lot of really interesting things you can get with those. So you got to kind of run a bunch of loot crates after a little while. And I think there's actually something else you can do with this. Yeah, you can get those as well. But looking at a few other things, we've been talking about logistics and talking about various things that we have available with us or for us to do. Well, some of this stuff right here. And I've seen it, I've looked at it, kind of played with it, and I actually, kicked open a test world to try to play around with the Ender Rift Singularity Storage, or whatever the heck this thing is called, and I ran into a snag with it. I was down here on this end in the test world. I basically just took a backup of this world and then just kind of started hacking it to pieces to try to figure out how we could actually make it work. And I don't know whether it's the logistics pipes that didn't like it or the Ender Rift storage that didn't like it, but for whatever reason, I just could not manage to get the system to work properly with just this section. So essentially what I did was I just took the storage and I built it in right here, and then I took all of these storages right here and just set them down right here and filled that storage up with what's sitting on this wall. And then I tried to extract out of it and put it into that system over here, this line, and it worked kinda. I don't know whether it's just the way that the storage functions, or maybe it just doesn't like to see more than one connection, or maybe we're just at a point with this base that, well, we're going to kind of not really be able to do too much else because of the fact that we've already got so many things going on here. I don't think it's going to be our solution. I don't think it's going to help us. I don't think it's going to be even remotely what I need. I did play with it quite a bit, and it does do a wonderful job of getting things back and forth, but it just did not want to function the way that the system is currently functioning. And I have no idea why. So we're just not going to worry about it right now. So that's going to leave us with, well, the laser transportation and the digital logistics. I know I've been speaking with Golrith, and he's going to come up with something fairly nice to kind of help us get rid of this mess for the logistical point of it here, the digital logistics. So I'm kind of on the edge right now. I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave these alone. We're just going to let them sit. The factory is functioning right now. I don't want to go ahead and open up any more of the yellow logistics stuff down here until we know exactly what we're going to do with the rest of this base. So, with that being said, let's go over to possibly this area or possibly this area and start looking at some things. We are going to need to look at trying to get this medium radiation shielding as well as the heavy radiation shielding moving forward so that we can get some of the other stuff going on. Plus, we could actually start working on doing some of the nuclear science work, which is going to be building these nuclear science packs. And I know I'm not really concerned about this recipe right now, other than the fact that, well, we need to be able to make these, which means we need to get a heck of a lot more boron than what we currently have going, which is, a big problem for us. And we need to figure out how to make this work. So this is not something we're going to do today. We do have the, what is it, radiation? We do have both of these available to us, both of these recipes, these plans, and from what I'm seeing, it's slow-acting radaway, as well as regular radaway makes a fluid, but then that fluid we do, well, I can chemically do this kind of stuff, and then this, I'm assuming... Excuse me. I am assuming that this is a bug right here. I should be able to do the exact same recipe up here as it is down here. So just this plus a little bit of plastic should do that work, unless I, well, didn't quite unlock everything correctly right here, but we do have it unlocked. We don't need to worry about it right now because we're going to worry about trying to make more boron today. Now, boron shouldn't be any harder than what we currently have right here. It should pretty much be identical to this setup right here, where we just take some algae farms and we work through the process of getting the stuff that comes with these. So what I'm going to do, and you guys watched us build this, we'll kind of go through this and maybe do a little bit of piece here and there. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set a second floor up over here so that I can then put a bunch more of these down. And then we can then run in a little bit more of this stuff going on down here. So we'll just put in another assembler, another furnace, and another grinder right here so that it just plumps down the hill and goes from there. So I need to go build a platform. I need to get about, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I'm actually kind of wondering, how much do we really need? Is it going to be one of those, I'm going to need more of these? Hey, no. I want the boron. Boron. Something I probably should have done a long time ago is getting these things set up. So we've got the ingots that we can smelt. They're going to require radaway fluid. That's going to be how we're going to get that radaway fluid. And it is also going to be part of the medium shielding, the heavy radiation shielding, which we're going to have to start looking at carbon plates. Not fun. And then, of course, this recipe, and yeah, we're just kind of going through assembly machines and stuff like that. So it looks like, again, we probably need to get hot on making some boron and get some stuff going so that we can start making some more things. So I'm going to do that. The first thing I am going to do while we're sitting down here is I'm going to go over here and we're going to unlock a bunch of stuff that I want to kind of play with maybe next time. Where is it? There. I need a bunch of whatever it takes to get these unlocked. So we need, what is this, 25 across all of those, 25 across all of those, and then we have to start getting into the yellow science, which yellow. So let's see if we can get unlocked all the way down to here as well, and then we can go play with that. So I should have a bunch of this, and I should have a bunch of this. So unlock. Thank you. Unlock. And of course, unlock. Then the sound is really bugging out on this game now. It's hilarious. And do that again. Cool. And then we should be able to do this. Did you unlock? Yeah. Submit. Oh, wow. Oh, we already did it all. Let's put those in a chest right here so we can just kind of, we'll put another chest down here. I'm going to have to sort it through all of this and make sure we can get things figured out correctly. Let's put those away. And then I should not need any of these. Well, we haven't gotten to that point yet, did we? That didn't take a lot. Yeah, we've gotten all those done. What does this one take to make as far as going? Advanced productivity research. What are you unlocked with? Oh, right. Yeah, we need to do that one. Gimme that as well. You. All right, nice. So that'll allow us to make the yellow, the yellow production, which is good. We can get that going. And then I need some more. I don't think I need more of that for right now. We need this. Check. And where was it? Automation. Check. Advanced. Submit. Thank you. That'll get us the last level of circuits. And then we can run through these. And run through these. And run through these. Now, we're going to do this in an episode. Probably not today. Probably not, an episode or two from now. But we're definitely going to get this stuff done. Yeah, submit, please. Can I have some more of those? I would not mind that. It would make my life downstairs a little bit easier. Because we're getting a little low on cobblestone. Nice. Okay, cool. kicked out a whole bunch of stuff. We can go ahead and look up, put that in there, put this back away, and then go look at some of this stuff as we move on. So I need to go Quarry Markers. If we have time today, we're going to do those because I'm really tired of playing around with that stuff. And then we're going to look definitely at these as we go. So we're going to start messing with modules in some of this area because, you know, we can definitely do a little bit of playing with these things, especially the efficiency module, I believe, or whatever it is, the productivity module will help us to save a little bit on resources. And of course, the efficiency modules, we can get to where these machines are not using near as much power, but then we can also juice them up with a little bit of speed. So for sure, these machines right here, we're going to start looking at trying to do that with, and these as well. So alrighty, let's get into boron. So boron should be pretty simple, easy. We've already kind of done it. Boron is going to be borax salt. Borax salt is going to be compressed brown algae, and algae is going to be coming from, again, an algae farm using 003, whatever that is. Do we still have that laying around somewhere? This is something we should have done a long time ago. So let me go find all the stuff, make all the parts, and then we'll go ahead and knock out the rest of the stuff. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alrighty, I got it kind of put together and built, or at least I got the second floor up, and this process is going to require us to do a little bit more stuff than what we were doing beforehand. So brown algae right here requires mineralized water to produce. And so we're going to go with the algae tier 4 farms, or the tier 3, tier 3, because that's what we can produce. They have a processing time of 300 ticks. That also requires 100 millibuckets of water every 300 ticks. Well, this is an interesting thing because, of course, everything's set up the way that it is. A single chemical plant can make 100 millibuckets of water in 300 ticks with a little piece of cobblestone and a little bit of water. So we have five new algae farms and 5 chemical plants up top here. Let's go ahead and go upstairs and see what we can see. It's pretty tight. Building in chunk base kind of an idea with machines that are this wide. I probably should have moved these over just a little bit more so that we could have a little bit more walk space, but at least everything seems to be ready to go. We have chemical plants built in so that they have water into one side, and we have cobblestone, hopefully, in all of these interfaces along this line. Now, I am going to turn these on and let them run because we're going to need to make sure we fill all the buffers up in these machines before we do anything else. As far as I recall, I think this is the only thing we're going to be using mineralized water for at this point. I've been kind of throwing it away up until now. So let me smack some power on you guys, and they can start making us some water, hopefully. Very, very slowly. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 per 1, at least at the way this is going to be. I'm going to let these run a little bit, and then we're going to, once we get the lag, whatever that save lag is, once these get us a little bit of water and we can actually kind of start to fill up some of the tanks over here, hopefully we should be able to start making these run. Now the power should be off on all of these, and I think I have them all plumbed. Yeah, it's piped, and it's piped, and it's piped, and it's piped. Okay, we're going to let that run a second, and then we're going to be able to turn those other ones on and let them get a little bit of, start getting the rest of the process going. All right, I think that'll work at least for most of these. They'll back up eventually once the rest of the system kind of fills itself up and backs up. But for the most part, everyone except for these 2 are completely full of water. Let's go ahead and give them a little bit of power, get them processing, and get them started doing what we need to do for the rest of this. So click and click, and all the way down here to the end. These are going to take, again, 300 milliseconds to produce anything at all. And then, of course, that has to be compressed into the, compressed brown algae, which is going to take 10 of them. So we're going to be here for a little bit, just a little. I don't really think it's going to be that terrible, but we'll get 40 per each run, which is nice. They only take 133 FE a tick to do it. And again, should be should be this one, I believe, right there. So we should be running right around 300 ticks a cycle for each one of these to function. And this recipe, this mineralized water, is kind of hard on the RF. At least I can't use the energy receivers that we have right here because I can't get enough power out of them. And, well, they kind of act funky anyway. So we'll just go ahead and wire that one solid out. So there we go. There's a bunch of stuff headed over. That should mean that we have the ability to start doing this little process. That means you're running now. Missing input item. Did we program this correctly? 2440, so you're doing your work there, and then that should be delivered into here, which is going to then be smelted using this furnace. Hopefully it's working. Good, and then that'll go into this, which will then get ground up in, that basically makes borax salt. It's going to get ground up into borax dust that will then come down here and fill this little box up again. So we should at least be able to fill that thing up with as much as we have going on there. The only real problem that we're going to have is that this process right here has a 1% chance to make the lithia dust, which we're going to have to deal with. So I think what we'll probably do this time is we're going to go ahead and build a trash can in on this. I think I still have a trash can. If not, I got to go make one. Let me look. Yeah, I do have a trash can, and I went ahead and crafted up a couple of these for just the funsies of it because, well, the angle of the dangle is going to be something that I kind of want to do. Plus, I want to kind of keep as much of this on hand as possible. So we're going to break this off, and this off, and this off. I should have done this already, but whatever, will be fine. This goes right there. All right, cool. So we're going to put a chest with a, no, I want chest right there. I don't know why I did that. 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 Give me this. And you are going to just go, no, put the chest on the thing. There you go. This, you go right there. And then we're going to put one of these down with a translocator on it. And I should be able to filter this side here for just lithium. This stuff right there. Yes? Okay. I gotta go get a piece of it. 1 second. Let's go grab us a piece. There should be some right here. Thank you. And then I should be able to say, you, that's all you're allowed to grab. And then I go like this. And if I put this in here, you should just go bloop. Right? Right? Stop. Okay. Let's do this again. Let's try one of these instead. We'll do this instead. I thought it was, that's the way that worked. Maybe I got to put the filter on the other side. Get rid of you. Hey, go away. We'll grab this out of here, and then I'm going to put it in this one, and then maybe that's where we go. I forget how to make these work. I very rarely get to use these. Unless it doesn't work with the thing. Maybe it doesn't work with the trash can. Well, that needs to go over here, and I put this in the wrong place. I shouldn't have moved it. There we go. We go, and you can go back in here. You can get hooked up and get started absorbing that kind of stuff. Do you not like this? Interesting. So you don't like the trash can? Well, that's not helpful. Break it off right there. Okay, we'll put the trash can down like so with a hopper and a chest. And I know I'm just kind of janking this up. Let's just make it kind of somewhat work. All right, so this should go in here, and then that'll go that way. And then if I throw this in there, it should disappear and go into the trash can. Okay, cool. That works for me. That way I don't have to worry about that 1% chance of the system getting clogged up. Hopefully that'll take care of the thing. And again, we'll just keep, once this fills up, we'll have a dropper and an entire chest full of the stuff that we need. And it should not be pulling things out because I filtered it to do that. I think we could use the other hoppers to do this, but that's pretty much all I'm going to be worried about at that point. So cool. All right, that's done. We are currently looking at doing a little bit more stuff, so let me do one more little thing now that we have that going. That'll allow us to build the next level of some things, which we'll be able to get into with the next level of these, which we can go ahead and unlock those later on. Not a humongous big deal right now, but they're also part of building the uranium fuel cells. We need this plating plus boron, I believe, for the uranium fuel cells, or however that works. Let me look. Uranium fuel cell requires light radiation shielding, and light radiation shielding we already have built, so I guess I don't need it for that. But let's go look at these other little things very quickly. We have a little bit of time. Where were those things? They are under automation with the marker quarries, or the quarry markies, whatever these things are. So marker, what does it take to make one of these? A little bit of glowstone, a little bit of lapis, and a little bit of steel rod. Beautiful. And an A, whatever that was. Which one was it? A33U. Good. Awesome. So you want glowstone, which I don't remember where I put it. There's a piece of glowstone right there. How am I solo on glowstone right now? Because we probably never turned it on, and I didn't bother to go down there and talk to somebody about getting some glowstone. That's great. Yeah, lovely. All right, let me go get a little bit of glowstone. We need some lapis anyway, and we need some steel rods, correct? Where were those? Those were up on the end. Can we get some steel rods right here? I think all I need is 4 of these, right? Get those coming, and then I need to go say hi to somebody and get a little bit of glowstone. So I will be right back. All right, glowstone picked up. We should have a few steel rods. Now this thing just needs a what? It needs an assembly machine. As always, it needs an assembly machine. So we just need to make 4 of those, I think. I can't remember. It's been a really long time. So we'll put those in there. We'll do this. And we'll go glowstone, rods, and lapis. And then that should make some stuff. Why did you not go in there, lapis? Because you should go in there. There we go. And I went and bought a couple of these as well. I really need to get after making a bunch of ender pearls or the other little things. There'll be another project fairly soon we need to get on. Missing input item. Okay, we'll grab that out of there, and then this out of here. Excellent. Cool. All right, so those shouldn't be that terrible hard to use. Let's see. Where are we? Do I want to dig a hole or much? Let's just run underneath so we don't get in trouble. Now, we've been using quarries down here to make cobblestone for quite a while, and I think what I want to try now is we're going to go ahead, break one of these down, and break them all down, get them out of the way real quick, and you guys can go away. Thank you. There you go. Nicely. Wonderful. Go away. And I think, if I recall correctly, all I should have to do with this, I don't know what the size radius is going to be, but let's go ahead and put this down like right here. And I guess you can cut that box up, right? And then if I do... Do I have to like... Is it going to be the same thing it used to be where you had to put them down first and then set the quarry down in front of it so it knew where it goes? So let's see. Is it going to end up like this? And then if I go just for giggles here, maybe, is that straight? And then over here, we got to go down 2 blocks. That. That's what I thought you were going to do. Okay, cool. So then I grab this and say we put it right here. Or is it too far away? One right there. There you go. Is that how that's going to work? I don't feel like that's going to work. Nope, it isn't. Stop. Ah, okay. That's what I kind of figured you were going to want me to do. You're going to set it on a corner and go from there. All right, cool. Let's, well, if that's the case, I want to move it back one. And it just ate my markers. Oh, that's lovely. Those are one use only. Ouch. Ha. I mean, I guess that wasn't terrible, but that wasn't great. Okay, well, that's cool. At least I'll be able to expand this mess out and make it work a little bit better. So I'll have to move some of these things around and get things figured out. Until then, I won't worry about it. So I think we're done. I think we're going to go upstairs. I think we're going to call it for today. I think I've done enough that I want to get done, and I don't know why I keep doing this because I have this thing. That's going to be needing me to go ahead and get a little bit of glowstone automated because I'm not going to sit here and continuously try to keep emeralds in stock so I can keep talking with my villagers. But I think for right now, we're going to start looking at doing a little bit more nuclear stuff or things or whatever as we move forward because we've needed some of this for quite a while. It's going to be used for many things, mainly the radaway fluids, or at least the general, the fast one or the best one, and it's going to be utilized for the medium and the heavy radiation shielding, which we're going to need for other things. So until then, I think, until next time, I will see you guys all later on as we're going to figure out how we're going to do in between episodes. So I'm kind of waiting. I guess I'm kind of waiting on maybe an update or two, or maybe we're just going to keep kind of playing around with some of this other stuff that we have access to. So see y'all guys later. Thank you so much for watching.